Wait, you on YouTube or Twitch?
I'm on YouTube.
Alright.
Just get that.
Wait, are you linking it?
Yeah,
Alright.
because there's like tabs where you can link it, so I'm just gonna put that there.
Oh no, bro! Don't. I've got my record people watching me, bro. On my whole time of being on Twitch. That's mad.
Nice. Right, let me just link that.
Martin Croft.
Oh, that's my channel link. I'm
Martin
an idiot.
Brundle and David Croft here. My name is David Croft. What are you guys hoping for in this race? Well, should really be asking us, as we are the commentators. We always like to stay unbiased, but no, we only got 4 people driving, so as long as you don't crash, we hope for some close battles. I think that's the only thing we can really hope for.
Indeed. If I had to choose a preference for myself, I'd probably say Mercedes, because I have. We did some practice the other day, me and a couple of guys from the factory. So I know Mir Grandis has the pace, and yeah, hopefully he can bring it home. But trying to keep it as neutral as possible.
There we go. I believe we should be starting soon. I don't actually know. Do you know, that's a funny thing. I don't know who's now commentating in Division 2. Is it you, or...?
Yeah, I'm commentating in Division 2.
Oh, so you quit Division 2?
Yeah, I moved back to Division 1.
Okay, so, I'm with the retired... This is very, realistic of the commentators. We've got a very experienced Usama and a less experienced Alfie commentating for you guys, so good dynamic.
Indeed,
but yeah,
indeed.
it will be Usama who will be streaming the F2 race. I'm just gonna call it F2 tomorrow, and then also the Division 1 race, as I will be taking a break. So there you go.
Indeed.
I don't actually know what's going on here, but Funky's told everyone to ready it up, and no one is.
It's what we love to see.
That is what we love to see. Yeah. So we got a Haas, a Mercedes, an Alpine, and a Williams. Has the whole Division 3 grid been filled out now?
Mostly, I think, yeah.
Oh. Okay, boom.
Alright.
2 boosts. Jesus Christ. Okay, here we go. We go in to short qualifying here for the Australian Grand Prix. I mean, I'm not really a fan of Australia. Whenever I'm doing career modes, I never put it on the calendar. I just don't. It's not like one of my big favourite. There's a lot of places where I normally spin out. What about you, Summer?
I think I like it more this year on the new game because of the corner change that we've seen. I find it an improvement from last year, but still, not a favourite of mine. In real life, of course, it does give some entertaining races, but yeah, mixed feelings.
Yeah. As we get ready, probably the drivers sorting out their setups before we go into the race, and we actually see the Mercedes driver now leaving the pits, as well as the Haas.
Yep.
And the Alpine, so most cars are leaving early, which is surprising. I would normally just wait it out a bit, but not for these guys. As they will start their outlaps to warm up their tyres, test if their setup is tweaked exactly the right point before they get ready to start their first run here in short qualifying. 4 drivers, not that many, fighting for pole position. So I mean, do you think pole position will really matter this race?
No, I think it's going to be a very close race either way. With only 4 drivers, if I were them, I'd even consider not doing qualifying at all, because 4th, you can choose whatever tyres you want to go on at the start of the race, can't you?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It does just add a bit of spice, though. But you know, in league racing, a lot of front wings are lost. So even starting on a medium or a soft tyre, you could end up going from a 1-stop or a 2-stop to a 3-stop or 4-stop. It's what happened a lot. What happens a lot in my league as well, as Usama will know as well. But yeah.
Sure, as now the Mercedes rounding the final corner and about to start his lap on board here, and about to cross the line into 7th gear, and that is the beginning of his lap now. So everybody on their laps except for the Williams, who may be taking a different approach in this race and in this quali, but here he is about to cross the line.
Privacy settings on, by the way?
Privacy settings?
Yeah, because I've got party audio on, but apparently they can't hear you.
Wait, really? Oh.
Yeah. I don't know why it is.
No, I shouldn't, but let me just check.
So everyone has now started their laps. As who's that? Is that? Yeah, it is that. It's the Mercedes setting a purple sector. We got the Haas. Haas invalidates the Haas of Markovic. What would have been a 120.9 on the board. As now, the the Alpine crosses the line at 123. A lot slower than Marcovelli's lap was, even though it was invalidated. But they're both going to start again as Mir Grandis crosses the line, and it's a 120.9, so almost identical to Marcovelli's lap. But oh Jesus, the Williams has gone ahead and set in 118.5.
What a lap there from the Williams. Brilliant stuff there, as I think the mic audio should be fixed now.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. But he must have. We should have watched that. I'm gonna. Oh, is that a retirement? He's retired. Maybe a connection issue. But Helg Staff has retired. According to. Maybe he thinks he's safe with that lap, and he's just maybe that's what it is. It's what you see a lot in it's what you see a lot in a professional game. Not professional, like a pro racing league. You see a lot of drivers just finishing their lap and thinking they're safe, so they just retire, and most of the time it does pay off. But drivers can improve, and it's gonna look like, yeah, Mir Grandis does not improve at all. In fact, he does a lot worse. So he must have made a mistake somewhere. As he, yeah, about plus 10 seconds. But the Alpine and the Haas both starting there. Oh, that is, well, the Haas of Marcovelli has once again invalidated, so he will probably pit this lap to refuel the car, because he's pushed was out lap plus 3 push laps, so, you know, unless he fueled the car heavily, then, you know, he'll have to box.
Yeah, and
but the Alpine, go ahead.
Yeah, Marcovelli really struggling with his lap time, over 9 seconds off what is pole lap. But considering on the fact, I think, yeah, Hellstaff must have been confident with his time, over 2.3 tenths ahead of most of the pack there. So yeah, if I was him, I'd be confident as well. But is it a bit risky? We'll only have to wait and see with 11 minutes left.
Yeah, as we see the Alpine just clipping the gravel. As he has invalidated his lap, and he will be pushing again, but the Haas has, yes, exactly, gone into the pits. But oh, that was weird. I wonder. Oh, that's just happened with every car. Sorry. But yeah, the Alpine pushing once again. Hopefully he doesn't invalidate this lap. Both of the cars now out on track pushing. I think. No. I think. Yeah, I think Grandis is pushing again because he went down. He went on a cool down lap. But if he is pushing, he is not doing well at all. As he's 4 tenths off of the pace. In Sector 1, but Bottenhaven is probably on a cool-down lap as well then, because he's 5 tenths off of the pace, but then again, I guess he's 5 seconds off of pole, so, you know, he might be improving. I don't know if it's your best time that goes off of, or the best time in the session, but it's yeah, he's boxing, so I reckon both cars will be into the pits this lap. Yeah. But the Haas is now out again.
Can the Haas improve? That is the question. So far, hasn't had the luck, but on his out lap now, preparing for what is going to be a new push lap. Hasn't chosen any new tyres, so he's going with the old 2-lap tyres, which
on my screen it says 0-lap old tyres.
Oh really? Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll refresh that. Oh yes, there we go. 0-lap tyres. So fresh tyres here to start off this second run. And the question is, can he improve on a 127.528?
Yeah, I think every car is now coming out on fresh tyres. I think that's a Mercedes leaving the garage, as well as the Alpine, I want to say, is leaving the garage, but the camera angle is a bit messed up there. But we'll go back to Marcovelli on his push lap. As he passes Sector 1, it's not purple, but is definitely an improvement on his time. About, what was that, 1.7 seconds improvement. As at the end of Sector 2, he set a purple sector. And he finally found his pace, and as long as he doesn't invalidate his lap, this could be a pole lap. And Hellstaff could have massively taken a risk there, and the risk not have paid off. As he rounds the penultimate corner, and he is invalidated. No. That is sad for Marcavelli. 3 laps now in validation. He must be feeling the pressure. But we do know that he has the pace. He just can't seem to capitalise on it. But he is not pushing again. He is on a cooldown lap, I believe, because well, he's invalidated anyway this lap. So, I mean, we'll have to wait and see if Hellstaff's strategy has worked, as Mercedes starts his push lap, as well as the Alpine now going up to the line and starting his push lap. About 7 minutes left in this qualifying session. You join us just over halfway if you are just now joining. Hellstaff managed to set a 1:18.5 and then proceeded to retire from the race. They believed that they had enough momentum and enough speed to carry themselves to a pole position. So yeah, but some of the cars are improving now. Grandis up by about 2/10 around the first sector, and he set a purple sector, almost 5/10 improvement around the second sector. But as we get to these final corners, we see a lot of drivers just their car just crossing over. But hopefully this doesn't happen to Grandis, because he could maybe be on for a pole lap. I don't know if it is though, as he rounds the final corner, goes up to the line. It is going to be a 119.896, so that's going to be a second improvement. So he has about 1.3 seconds now to catch up to Hellstaff. So Hellstaff still sitting reasonably comfortable in the provisional pole seat, but there's still a lot of cars that could improve. As who's that? Is that Marcavelli? Marcavelli did pit, but the Alpine. Oh, what's happened to the Alpine? The Alpine has crashed out. He invalidated his lap and then proceeded to basically drive himself into the barriers. I don't know if that was a driver error or a car error. Probably a driver error there. But yeah, Botton Hatton is now out of this qualifying session there. He just, yeah, he has an accident. Has an incident with the wall. But Grandis now, I believe, is on a cooldown lap. I don't know though. I think he is, because his ERS is on recharge. Yeah, he's on a cooldown lap, so he will probably be starting another push lap. Only 2 cars now left in qualifying. One obviously retired because they thought they had enough pace to carry themselves to a pole position. The other had a crash. Just out, basically, what turn is that? Oh, I'm terrible. Turn 4, and the kink of turn 5. Just hadn't hit with the wall. They are now out, but we see Grandis pushing again as 5/10 improvement around the first sector. As he goes through, is this the new part of the track? I think it is. Is it the new part of the track?
Yep, it is the newly introduced turn.
There we go. As he's on a storming lap, 6/10 improvement. Could he now catch Hellstaff pole position? We will see as he rounds the last corners and try to keep yourself inside track limits. He does. Can he do it again? Yes, he can. As he rounds the final corner and he spun. And everybody just with bad luck in this qualifying session. Nobody can set a better time than Hellstaff. Maybe a bit of wizardry or maybe even evil magic. I mean, he does have hell in his name, so maybe he's conjuring some sort of a spell to keep himself on provisional pole, and it's working right now.
That is the pun of the day right there from our main commentator. But
thank you,
yeah.
thank you. Yeah. So no cars can improve from their lap times. Their first lap times. Well, actually, I say that. Grandis improved by quite a bit, but Marcavelli now goes up to the line. Is it going to be an improvement? Yes, it is. He overtakes Alpine, and now the Alpine will be starting from the back of the grid as they had to retire. So yeah, disappointing from Alpine. Do you think that maybe the Alpine gave up, or do you think that he just had a genuine accident?
Maybe a bit of both. Maybe just it's obviously hard on this track with the new patch on this game. Tire pressures. If you spin once, the tires are shot. They're dead. They reach over 100 degrees. So. It is what it is, and maybe a bit of both. Maybe just saw no point in the qualifying, but yeah.
Yeah, and now we just see that the two cars fighting are now both on push lap. No, sorry, they're not both on push laps. We see the Haas is on a push lap, I believe, but the Mercedes will be starting a push lap, or they will be pitting because they are on 4-lap old hard, the softs. So they might want to set. Might want to put on a new set of soft tyres. As up to the line, Marcavelli goes no improvement there, about 3.3 seconds off of his current fastest lap. So we will see. If, in the final stages of qualifying, first off, can Grandis get to the line to start another lap? I believe, yeah, he can. But we'll see. He has one lap to try and improve. Oh, wait. He's on a push lap. Sorry, my thing glitched out and said he was...
and he spun it.
Oh, he spun again. Quick, get to the line, start your lap. He still has an opportunity, but his tyres are going to be cold, and yeah, he loses his front wing. So, only one car now fighting, I believe. Marcavelli, as he rounds up to the final kind of corners in this race, and round to a section where he normally doesn't follow track limits, but I don't know if he has improved. As rounding the final corner, is he going to snatch a pole position, or is he not? Marcavelli is not going to set a pole position, and he finishes third. So, the hell curse has led Grandis to spin out multiple times, and has led to Hell Staff getting pole position. Mir Grandis lining up second, Marcavelli third, and Bottenhatten, after his crash, lines up fourth on the grid. So we go to the race, and we see who can take the win here in Australia for round 1 of Division 3 in the Affinity Racing League.
Yep. As there is a full argument going on in my chat.
Is there? What's happening?
A lot of beef, and Funky's now intervened and says, "Guys, just watch the stream."
So, who is it between?
A couple of guys from my chat.
Oh, just random people.
Yeah. Well, I know one of them, but they're not like in real life people. So, yeah.
Usama Tyler, is that your name?
No, that's not my actual name. It's just.
He's just here.
He's just referencing to Martin Tyler and Alan Smith.
Oh. Damn, there's a lot of beef.
But anyway, some race facts.
Oh yes, let me get the race facts up. It's my favourite bit, and I always screw it up.
Oh, it's 5 red lights.
It's starting already. 5 red lights, and it's lights out, and away we go. The Australian Grand Prix here in round number 1, as every car is going to have a. My commentary is. No! Oh, the Williams has had a terrible, terrible time there, as the Mercedes is now up into P1. I forgot to say that the Mercedes was looking good on the inside, and as I'm about to, the Williams gets hit by the Haas, I believe, or something like that. Maybe he closed off for the Haas, and the Haas just was having none of it. But the Alpine of Bottenhatten, it doesn't matter that he crashed in qualifying, because now he's up in P2 with Mir Grandis leading the race, and Hellstaff and Marcavelli are now falling behind. I need to set it to leader. So there you go. There is your times. Marcavelli is now 9 seconds behind. So I reckon after the race there's going to be a bit of argument happening on what happened there. Maybe Grandis went a bit too aggressive. Maybe he didn't. Maybe Hellstaff just couldn't control and hit the Haas. But they've both been affected. He doesn't look like he has any wing damage. Does it look like the Williams does? No, it doesn't have wing damage, and even so, he's still going out again. He's not pitting. Alpine, the Alpine disconnected. I didn't see that. The Alpine disconnected from the race. There's now this AI driving, and as we can see, Hellstaff is catching up so quickly. You can see what the low down AI just. We're lucky it's not 65 and higher, because even with ERS, DRS and Slipstream, he would be about 5 seconds ahead already. The new patch has not fixed the AI, and I'm ranting about it in the at the wrong time. But Hellstaff passed Bottenhatten as expected, saying Bottenhatten is not here anymore. He's disconnected from the race. Does that mean that Marcavelli can catch up and still get on the podium? We'll wait and see. But the Williams has managed to recover.
Indeed, and fastest lap there again from the Mercedes, but Hellstaff.
He's just, that pace is blistering. I mean, he is catching Grandis, and Grandis is he's still got about 3 seconds, but he'd probably be shivering in that Mercedes. But it's sad though. Bottenhatten is back. Bottenhatten is back now, but he still doesn't have enough pace to catch Hellstaff, so it's really going to be a fight between...
Time penalty there for De Marcavelli, which isn't going to help his chances. P4, and with that time penalty, definitely not going to help him. Definitely a catching game, and unless something along the lines of a safety car appears, it's not looking great 3 laps in, but obviously still 26 laps of racing, so definitely more to comment on. As still no more spins, and Hellstaff looking to close more and more. That delta time has gone down about a second from this lap to the last lap, as going around the last corner. Let's see if anybody's going to set a fastest lap. It doesn't look like a Mercedes does, but Hellstaff sets a 1:22.037 and crosses the line.
So Marcovelli is now he's going into the pits and he's serving his penalty, I believe. But Hellstaff gets a penalty. He gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. I'm guessing that's exceeding track limits.
Oh, and another
penalty
one
for Hellstaff. It's all going wrong. He's getting barraged by penalties. So there's still a chance for Bottenhattan to get a second place finish. But Grandis, now comfortably in the lead by a while for now, unless Hellstaff could 6. He's cutting the. I wonder what's happened there. Has he got wing damage? Because he keeps cutting the corners.
Yeah, maybe a tad bit of understeer through some of the sections, leading to an exposure of the track limits and a little bit of a twitch of the rear end there from Bottenhattan, who has joined back and is now sitting in P3, clear of DeMarcovelli, who has, of course, served his pit penalty. Still has a penalties to his name, though, and we're going to check now. What penalty? How big is that?
Still has his penalty, does he?
Yeah.
Oh.
A 3-second one, so cannot be served
and
into the
Hellstaff
pits.
has a 6-second penalty, and he is just probably sets high top speed, which means that his wings are just so low that you just have no control over the car out of the corners, and he's not following track limits, but I think that he's gaining an advantage, so there might be an appeal, because he's gained almost a second on Grandis, and he really shouldn't have if he was following the real rules of Formula 1, and he should be giving up any advantage that he gets from exceeding track limits and almost cutting the corner as he does around that turn every single time. But I guess there's nothing he can do, as there's nothing we can do right now, as he is so ever so close. He's going to go for a move down the straight as we round the final corner of the lap. He is going to have DRS. He's going to go. Is he going to make a move? As the Mercedes defends, and no, he isn't. The Mercedes stays ahead, but he's still pushing. He is ever so close, and he's going to have DRS again once we get to the. I forgot where the DRS straight is now, and he goes around the outside. A great move around the outside, and Hellstaff is into the lead. Not really, but it all matters. But is Grandis gonna stay close and be able to make a move round the DRS straight, which has been, I don't know, whatever. I don't play Australia a lot. Marcovelli is just so far away.
Oh, and he's spun it. The Mercedes has spun.
Oh no, the Mercedes, as soon as I go off, the Mercedes spins. He's spun a lot. Maybe that traction control needs to be turned on for Grandis, as it's not looking good. And Hellstaff now firmly sits in first place. So a comeback from Hellstaff, a large comeback. He's come back from third.
As Hellstaff clear now, and very clear. As now it's Bottenhattan who's closing in on the Mercedes, and I think he is trying to turn into the pits, and so is the Alpine then. After 5 laps on the mediums, or so it says. That is now them into the box on a 5-second time penalty for speeding into the pits. That is not good. There is going to be a front wing change as well for the Alpine, as now it's the Haas rounding out the final corner. He is now going to cross the line. Is he going to overtake them? That's the question. He's not going to overtake the lead car, but he does overtake the Alpine, but the Mercedes manages to just get out ahead on the hard compound. But now this midfield sort of battle is now heating up, as we have the Mercedes ahead of the Haas, ahead of the Alpine. However, strangely, Alpine has decided for soft compound tyres. Is he willing to make another stop in this Grand Prix? Why go on the softs is my question. Softs at this stage in the Grand Prix, very controversial. You've still got 22 laps left. Those softs aren't going to make it 22 laps, so maybe that's an error, a personal error where he's forgot to switch the tyres, or maybe he's banking on a safety car to give him that free pit stop in the race. As now we have the Haas closing in on the Mercedes. Can he make a send? He can't. Pulls out of it. But the Mercedes still ahead. Still playing ahead. He's got a great run now on the Mercedes, going almost side by side here. The two almost touch. And they do touch into the corner. The banging of the tyres. But, that's so close.
There.
And, yeah, very, very close.
Great
and
little bit of racing.
Here we go to the final corner. Is he going to have another look here into the DRS range through the final corner here? That he has a good gap, about 6
what's
tenths.
happened since I've left? Sorry, I had my mic mute for a second. How is Grandis now 46 seconds? Did he pit?
Yes, they all pitted.
Okay,
except
all
for the
pitted.
Haas. Yep, except for the Haas. So
the Haas, he started on hards?
no,
Did he start on hards?
no,
he
he
boxed, didn't he?
Yeah,
earlier?
he boxed.
So wow, a undercut worked perfectly there for the Haas.
Indeed, as yeah, can Mir Grandis break even? Well, it looks like on the ERS, both of them are quite low. Both of them need to sort of save up. As we're looking at the Haas on that little screen, yeah, they are going now to less than 5% ERS on the Haas. So, is he going to have enough of that power to have a look at Mir Grandis? Because right now, if you look at Mir Grandis' ERS, it's slightly more. It's almost halfway charged. So he's got a little bit more to defend off than what the Haas has to attack with. But obviously, his hards are slightly warmer, so that's another advantage that he might have 9 laps in. As we do round out the final corner here, he is now outside the DRS range of the Mercedes, so it looks like he isn't going to have a look at him, and yeah, he will stay clear for the time being. As 1.6 seconds delta the gap, and stays ahead for now and looks to be gaining slightly. The ERS is definitely more charged on the Mercedes side than it is for the Haas. So if I was the Haas, it may cost him time, but it might be time to start saving up that ERS. As we look at Bottenhattan now, is he going to start to catch up? He is on the softs, whereas the two ahead of him are on the hards. Oh, he goes wide there onto the grass. Very, very touch and go there for the Alpine. As very topsy-turvy. Obviously made the pit stop onto the softs. I thought, why go onto the softs, even though we can't see the tyre wear? 2 laps on the softs so far. They're not going to make it to the end of this Grand Prix, I think. So unless a safety car happens, he's going to need to box again. That's going to cost him even more time as he goes wide now onto the gravel. And it goes from bad to worse for his race really right now. Those tyres can't be in an ideal state. And you can see visually the gravel has took its toll on those tyres.
He doesn't look comfortable at all. He looks a lot like the Formula 1 drivers at Hungary on the hard tyres. He's struggling. He's really struggling to find any grip, and especially on the soft tyres, which are extremely fast, but gonna wear out so quickly. And he's gonna need to box again, but it won't matter because he's about it was quite a way off of Marcovelli. So question is he, if he's running wide, he is running wide. Is he going to box again for hards, or is he going to go mediums? Because it seems like something he would do, and then go on to softs again. But I reckon he'll probably go on to hards and then go on to the end of the race. But the question is he is this undercut strategy going to work, or probably not, I would say.
Yeah, no, and those softs towards the end are going to be quite a sore sight to see, so unless the safety car really happens, he's going to have to box again, and that is going to cost him upwards of 20 seconds, so the top, well, you've got Hellstaff, who is clear of P2, and then, well, the battle between second and third, right now, the delta is 4 seconds, so not much of a battle there, and obviously Botanatten is quite far behind the Haas, so unless the safety car happens, unless the spin happens, there might not be too much action for the remaining of this race. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see, really, with about 18 laps left of racing. But you never know in this race, anything can happen. It wouldn't be unlike this league to throw a spanner in the works, maybe. Hellstaff with a spin.
Yeah, but even a spin, I mean, he's close to even lap the Alpine. I mean, at this point, he's, he is just rounding the third corner, and the Alpine is just past the first sector. So, I mean, I don't really know if the leader is going to change in this race. Maybe a DNF would be the only thing that could change it. Maybe a very long spin, and then also getting wing damage, so you have to pit. But definitely a fight for P2. But as the race goes on, it is looking more and more likely that this is the way that we're going to finish the race.
Yeah, for sure. It's all a bit of a going wide there. Almost caught the gravel trap, and obviously on that corner, we have seen it before. Lots of players on this game have spun, but obviously a bit of luck and people's fortunes can change. We saw yesterday in the PSGL round 4 in Japan, Jarno Opmeer started P11 and manages to work his way up to P2. So yeah, anything can happen here for the bottom 3 drivers in this race. But yeah, right now
it's not looking promising. I don't think we have a Jarno Opmeer in this league. But right now it's looking like Hellstaff is the closest thing to it. Because he has a 51-second lap lead. And about 30 seconds of that time has been earned by him. And about the other 20 has been by spins and stuff like that from Grandis. But he's been great. I don't know if anything will be revoked for him, any penalty points, anything like that, if the accident at the start of the race was his fault. But really a kind of Sergio Perez going through an accident on lap 1 to now be leading the race on lap 13, so a great comeback from him. But as we go past that gravel trap, I mean, there's so many tyre marks from where people have spun. It's pretty insane. A lot of cars are just going off, so not a lot of grip in this race. Not a lot of grip at all. Yeah.
As he does box now, the Alpine, and serves his penalty. What tyres is he going on to? He's going on to the medium compound tyres, so new tyres and mediums for the remaining laps of this race, 15 laps. Also, Hellstaff did box and is now a lap ahead of
look at that. He's overcut.
Brilliant pit stop there for him.
He's overtaken him in the pits. Probably a very bad turn-in for Marcovelli. No, not Marcovelli, Botanatten.
Yep, but it is going to take a little bit, maybe a lap or so, just to get those tyres up to temperature. Obviously, without a couple of years ago, the tyre blankets were removed, so it is now maybe a bit of a challenge to heat up the tyres for some drivers. But now, it is going to take about a lap, which could give Mir Grandis a way back in. The gap is about 32.7 seconds, so unless something insanely bad happened, then it would take quite a stretch. He does get a penalty there, 3 seconds. time penalty for
Hellstaff can take his time though, as he has a 30-second advantage.
Yeah.
And just warm up these tyres. I mean, even hards probably take at least 2 laps. I mean, 1 lap if you're incredibly skilled, but as you see a lot in F1 as well, the drivers just look like they can't cope with I'm gonna say it, the hardness of the tyres. It doesn't really make sense, but it just feels like the hard tyre is undrivable and is only good if you want to go for the long run, but you can't really push on the hard tyres. So I guess it is kind of a good strategy for Hellstaff. You know, he just wants to finish the race, he wants to stay ahead, and if other drivers do pit again, it will help. He will go to the end of the race now with a 32-second lead.
Yeah. But I just realised Hellstaff does have a 9-second time penalty, so something to be cautious about. That's going to take it to about 24 seconds, the gap. And cuts the chicane a little bit there. Might have got a warning for that, but yeah, definitely clear. And Bottom Hatton 1 minute and 17 seconds behind the leader, so not looking great for him at the moment, and not too much action since those early few laps, unless again a spin of some sorts were to take place and we could see a safety car, but I'm not sure whether the safety cars are increased as a fastest lap on the hard tyres for Hellstaff. That just shows his dominance today.
It does indeed.
Just a great lap again by him, and yeah, on those hards you wouldn't expect fastest lap because we've seen all 3 of the tyre compounds today. Bottom Hatton with the softs, and the other drivers going with the mediums, but yeah, first stuff on the hards, pretty impressive, all things considered. Just now they can keep it out of a wall and drive safely.
Just a fun fact, Hellstaff on the hard tyres in the race has managed to set a better time than Bottom Hatton in qualifying. So there you go.
Another time penalty.
It's not the best driving though. Another time penalty for Hellstaff. I mean, he's incredibly fast, but he can't slow down enough through the corners. Oh no!
Hits the wall.
He completely loses his front wing. He's lucky not to lose a tyre there.
His eyes flashed.
Is going to have to box. So could we see the gap close, and could Grandis still be in this race? Maybe we did jinx him. Maybe Satan. Maybe he used all his bad luck charms on qualifying, and now he's used it up. Satan is fed up and is saying, "Yeah, mate, you're not going to do well this race because he isn't at all. So many penalties. He's completely lost his front wing. He's had to box again." And probably go out on another set of hard tyres? No. Oh,
Softs.
no. Soft tyres. He is... Yeah. Hell is not... the devil is not happy with him today.
A bit weird to go on softs for 12 laps. Are they going to make it? I think that tyre wear could haunt him towards the end of the race. I mean, the mediums, why wouldn't you put mediums? As a 15-second time penalty now for him. And we're looking at the gap from him to the Mercedes. If he keeps getting these time penalties, the Mercedes is going to have a door right back in. I think he is gaining on Mir Grandis, but...
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. I think he should have a 12-second penalty.
No, he has a 15... Oh, yellow flags are out.
It's a 15-second penalty.
Yep, 15 seconds, and the gap is 11 at the moment.
Well,
so...
yeah, if Grandis keeps this up, Grandis is on for the win. So Grandis just needs to stay within 15 seconds of Hellstaff in the last 13 laps of this race, and he's winning the race.
But you can see that time he is gaining and, well, not gaining, but he is stretching that gap from from Mir Grandis. So yeah, Mir Grandis has just got to hope that he continues the corner cutting, because part of the reason he puts on the soft maybe is to stretch that gap more to Mir Grandis, because Mir Grandis is on the hards and Mir Grandis has lost a lot of time. Now the gap is now 22 seconds, so maybe I thought maybe we didn't catch it, but he might have had a little bit of a moment going into turn one. But yeah, the gap is now outside of the penalty time, so it is still Hellstaff who stays P1, but yeah, maybe some hope for Mir Grandis towards the end of this race, because I'll tell you what, another time penalty, if he keeps getting a time penalty every lap, Mir Grandis is going to win by a milestone, and I think.
I mean, I even think soon, he's going to get disqualified. Hellstaff was an 18-second penalty, so I mean, close. I think the most I've seen is like 30-second penalty, and then I think he gets disqualified. But he sets the fastest lap. But he has cut the corner about 50,000 times, so I don't really know if we can count that as the fastest lap. And it may even be that his fastest lap will be rebuked, or they'll go back, look at the footage, and see a fastest lap that he set where he didn't actually cut a corner, or didn't receive a penalty, and that would be his fastest lap. If not, then maybe he won't get the fastest lap.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be unlike the league to maybe delete a lap time, because obviously if you are in the top 10, which they all are, and you do set a fastest lap, that is a points bonus, which you never know towards the end of the season is first race of the season.
Helpful,
so
yeah.
Hellstaff would be getting 26 points today as it stands, but obviously we never know with the FIA and with anything changing.
Migrating host. Funky has left.
Yeah, Funky has left. He's not taking part in the race, though. He did say he had to go in my chat. So
I don't think
there's any reason to panic there. But
I had a little panic.
Yeah. But all should be good here with 9 laps left to go. It is all in Hellstaff's hands. It's just down to him now to keep the car intact. I wish there was a way in this game to check tyre wear, because...
But there isn't.
Yeah, there isn't.
We'll just have to kind of guess.
He's out!
Oh no, it's all gone terribly for Hellstaff, and the safety car is out. Hellstaff, he's lost the car out of the corner, and Hellstaff has fallen from grace. And he must be so upset. I mean, it's looked like that's going to happen for ages. He had no grip. These soft tyres are not it today. Nobody should be wanting to go on these soft tyres. Everybody should be trying to avoid them. And Mir Grandis, it is amazing for Mir Grandis. He has managed to take the lead of the race, and Marcovelli and Bottenhattan, all they need to do is to not crash, and they will all be on the podium. So that is terrible, and so upsetting for Hellstaff to DNF. But some will say it's deserved. Now, I'm not going to say anything, but for the amount of times that he has cut the corners, it may be that it is deserved, but you never know.
Yeah, definitely.
I think he just lost the car out of the corner.
Yeah, could have well done. It is definitely a controversial one. I think the FIA might have a few things to look at, but question is Bottenhattan going to be able to overtake the safety car? He's going side by side with it, and he is going forward by the looks of it. I'm not sure whether he gets to unlap himself under safety car.
Yeah, he does.
good for him then, and hopefully we can see a three-way battle. But I'm not sure if he would catch up to it either way.
Yeah, so like unlike in real life, that you only unlap the safety car as the safety car comes to an end. He actually just unlaps the safety car straight away. Marcavelli dives into the pits. I mean, he basically has at least three free pit stops. As Bottom Hatton is very far away, but obviously the gap will close as it is a safety car. But he definitely has a lot of time to spare.
But yeah, those time penalties I think are going to play a big factor into Marcavelli. Obviously, I think he should be able to catch up to the safety car leader. But obviously, that 3-second time penalty isn't going to do him any favours whatsoever. So, if he was to go and overtake Mir Grandis, he would need to build that 3-second gap, and obviously, that also counts on whether he can avoid any more corner cutting penalties throughout the course of this race. But yeah, Mir Grandis should be able to catch up. And looking at the track map, I'm not sure whether the Alpine of Bottenhattan will be able to. We'll just have to wait and see.
Doesn't look likely, does it? He's basically just started his lap, and the safety car is about to finish it.
Yeah, so as he gets another time penalty, that's 12 seconds added to his total. I think he is trying to cut a few corners just to make some time up, and catch up, but
yeah,
really have the time. I'm not sure if he's already been lapped. I don't think he is, because the gap is just over a minute. So yeah, he hasn't been lapped yet, so there is a chance he could catch up to it. But the safety car usually out for 3 laps only, so it's just a matter of getting there in time for him, because that safety car is going up to turn 2 now, as he's just crossing the final corners. So yeah, some catching up to do, but definitely ought to play through here. 3-way fight could well and truly be on, and hoping for some good drama here behind the safety car. I think that Hellstaff retirement could have been a blessing in disguise for some of the viewers who may be watching us today, just to add a little bit of entertainment, because before that we hadn't really seen much overtaking except for the earlier moments of the lap. So yeah, it's always
true.
good.
We don't like dominance here.
Yeah,
we're very much the FIA.
Yeah, we like change.
We like making it fair.
Yeah.
I think it's very good. I think it's a good thing that we like making it fair.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're not saying that we're happy about Hellstaff retiring. We're not happy, but it means that I can make more devil jokes. So.
Indeed. As looking at the track map, the Alpine comes through to the final corner. We'll final few turns.
A lot of time.
Yep, it's just whether he catches up, because I'm not sure how long the safety car is going to be staying out. Could he be coming in this lap? Or we haven't seen a notification yet.
Yeah, if we don't get a message from the FIA, this could be another lap of safety car.
And I think it is.
It was a big crash. So yeah, it will be another lap of the safety car.
So yeah, we are going to get 3 laps of safety car action here.
Bottenhattan is likely to catch up. But obviously he does have a 12-second penalty, so.
But I just hope we don't see a repeat of Saudi Arabia under the safety car, where we obviously had that incident with Funky, and I think it was Small Italian Man, which obviously ended up towards the end of the race. He ended up taking the win, but after that got kicked out. So yeah, that was his last race. What a way to bow out of Infinity Racing League.
I mean, I think he got kicked out because he called someone a retard or something.
Yes, that was the FIA and also the Alpine driver who was battling with, if I'm not wrong.
It was J-Sol, wasn't it?
Yes, J-Sol.
It was J-Sol's Alfa Romeo.
Yep, indeed. Oh wait, I thought it was the Alpine actually. Cause,
it used to be, yeah.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
But everybody is now caught up to the safety car.
And yeah, obviously, this safety car, the Aston Martin slash Mercedes safety car, known by a lot of Max Verstappen fans, they aren't happy with it. They deem it to be too slow, and don't think
And
it should be in
also,
Formula One.
the saviour of a lot of Max Verstappen fans, we get a notification from race control that a safety car is in this lap. As now, you see, Grandis is now the safety car. But yeah, obviously, I mean, it's probably the saviour for a lot of Max Verstappen fans, as it got Max Verstappen his first World Championship.
Indeed.
Not for Lewis Hamilton fans like myself.
Yep, we were hoping for the 8th, but we got the first. And the first it was for Max Verstappen. But yeah, some tactics here from Mercedes as rounding out the last couple corners. I think he is trying to use that slow tactic and trying to slow down the other two drivers and then trying to bolt away.
And on the exit.
And there we go.
Not the best exit. No, not a good exit at all. A little bit.
And there's the Haas.
And just kicks out. And the Haas is going to gain. Can he go for a move? No, he can't. As he's going to have DRS. Oh no, there isn't a DRS section now, is there?
It's lower than, almost lower than a tenth there.
Oh, and the Haas, looks for a move, and he's getting closer and closer. Can he make a move soon as Bottenhattan gets another penalty, really solidifying his third place? As he's going slow. Bottenhattan is going slow. Ooh. Oh, he's fine now. Maybe he got a puncture. Maybe he got a puncture.
Well, I think the whole front wing might be off for him. Look at that front wing.
No.
And it looks to be completely off. So that might be, and probably will be the end of his race. 15-second time penalty. Now 7 seconds behind, and obviously losing time because of no front wing. 0-0 wings around Australia. Not one for the Formula One committee as he goes off track there.
Maybe Baku, but you know.
Yeah. But now over a second the gap between the Mercedes and the Haas. Looks like he has slightly pulled away, but down this straight, the Haas seems to close in with that slipstream, but the gap very much staying similar here between these two.
It's actually, the gap is getting bigger as well. So
we've got
Marcovelli has got to hope that he gains enough time to get DRS around the main straight, as that's the longest part, the longest straight of this circuit, and hope that he can then go for the lead with DRS and DRS. But obviously he has a penalty. Grandis doesn't, so. Could it go the way of Mercedes, or could he spin again and Marcovelli be able to take the win?
Yeah, definitely up for grabs as back into the DRS range, but obviously the ERS does play into it, and that has still slightly lower, 19% on the ERS right now. He is pressing on it out of the corners, trying to gain as much time as he can. The Mercedes, lower ERS actually. He's been pressing on the ERS now, just 11% there as rounding out the final corner. He is now going to be in the DRS range, and it's going to be about 7/10 coming out of this final corner and onto the long DRS straight here. As could we see the Haas make a move? DRS enabled, so obviously he won't get DRS here.
DRS this lap.
Yeah, no DRS, so it must have just been raw slipstream, but he does get a good exit out of this corner here. And 2/10 coming towards him with the natural slipstream. Is he going to have a look? He is going to have a look. Sends it.
Oh, and he sends it down the inside.
And he overtakes him. And that is
Great
P1
move
now.
from the Haas, who moves up to P1 as Grandis gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings.
And it's all up for grabs now.
Yeah, Marcovelli obviously has a 3-second penalty. Grandis now has a 3-second penalty. So, it is now full throttle action to the end of the race. No penalties between the two drivers, as Mir Grandis now has no ERS left in the tank. You're going to have to recharge for a while to even gain a little bit, but he is going to have DRS He's going to have 3% ERS. No move to be had there. No move to be done there. And the Haas now sits in the lead. So, I mean, the best comeback drive. I mean, we called Hellstaff's drive a comeback drive, but Marcavelli from P4 at the start of the race is now P1 and leads the race after a great overtake. But nearing the end of the race now, we're on the third to last lap, I believe. Yes. Can we see anything else change, or will we see Marcavelli take home the win? Not the best weekend for Grandis. Spun in qualifying twice, spun in the race for the lead, and has now lost the lead to the Haas. So will we see it change, or will we see it stay the same?
Yeah, it's all up for grabs here. Both of them on the low ERS mode, and both trying to hit it, spam the ERS button. Very similar to Max Verstappen in that one race. I can't quite remember where the DRS was unstuck, and yeah, very angry there.
Spain,
But
yeah, there you go.
yeah, Spain. But here we go then, 7/10 the gap, and he is closing in slightly. He goes down to 6/10 into the corner. And does he get a good exit? Decent exit, to be fair. The gap does stay the same, and there is going to be DRS here for the Mercedes.
You have enough ERS though to make a move.
That's the question, as rounding out the final corner. Oh!
And he clips the wall.
And is that
Devastation for Grandis as he I believe loses a bit of his front wing. It doesn't look like it though. But yeah, that gap has fallen. Is slipping away from Marcavelli, from Grandis, but he's still within a second.
Oh,
but,
and that is the Alpine out of the session, spun on the gravel.
So, oh no, Grandis gets another penalty.
Ooh, and it is falling into De Marcavelli's hands here. Only two drivers left in the race with pretty much a lap left. The gap is over 1 second, and with all the penalties, it looks like De Marcavelli's going to come home for the first win of his Division 3 career and the first win in Division 3 history for this league, unless something drastic changes. Who knows? Cuts the chicane, gets a 10-second time penalty. That would be insane,
Yeah,
but
that would be definitely a shock. But it's been a great first race for Division 3. I've seen a lot of competitiveness, even though there was 4 drivers that started on the grid. I mean, I haven't yet watched a Division 2 race. I haven't commentated on a Division 2 race yet, so I'm yet to see. But yeah, it's going to be a very interesting division. It's going to be a very interesting championship race, championship fight. Who will we see come out on top? Will we see one of the drivers racing today, or will we see someone who is not racing today be able to take home the championship, or the constructors? But right now, Haas definitely looking strong. At least one driver. I mean, Haas have made a lot of transfers, but the question is it enough? Is it enough, or will this be a one-off, and will Mercedes stay consistent and take home the championship? But even if Grandis overtakes Marcavelli, it will still be Marcavelli's win, as we round the last couple of corners, the penultimate corner, and cross. No, this is the penultimate corner. And Marcavelli rounds the final corner to win the Australian Grand Prix in season number 1, Division 3. I don't even remember Grandis comes home to take P2. The only 2 drivers left in the session, as upsets for Alpine and upset for Williams, as they both cannot take the win. But amazing joy, happiness for Haas as they managed to take home their first win, I think, in the Infinity Racing League of every division. I believe, unless they won in Division 2. So very happy for Haas, very happy for the TP, for everybody. Happy for Mercedes as well. So great comeback drive from the drivers. That was a very interesting race. Great to have you alongside me, Usama, and we will speak very soon, I believe. But thank you all for watching. And we will see you all soon. Goodbye.
Yep. Goodbye and goodbye.
Wait, you still there?
Yeah.